Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Life Solutions with Uncle T. I got something for you guys, correctional officers, law enforcement, and to the public. What do you think about corrections? Even I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina Department of Corrections, state, federal, youth institutions. If we would install condom machines in male and female facilities for the inmates, due to the fact that HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, and things of this nature, chlamydia and things of this nature, diseases are on the rise. What do you think about if we were to put condom machines in the prisons? What do you think about male facilities? Why would men need condoms in a male facility? Why would we need condoms in a female facility? Watch this video, maybe give you some ideas.
Privileges for prisoners behind bars, but tonight Keiko Guerin tells us about a new one: condoms.
It's one thing to get a soda from a vending machine, but a condom?
I think it's kind of strange, to be honest.
How about a free condom machine in a jail? In the next 5 years, you can expect to see more machines like these distributing condoms in California state prisons.
It's an important public health intervention.
Free condoms for California prisoners. An intervention new to the state, but not new in San Francisco. Free condoms were handed out to inmates as early as the 80s.
At that time already, lots of people dying of AIDS, and particularly in the sheriff's department, several deputies had died. It had just been devastating.
In fact, state officials reached out to San Francisco's program as a model for the rest of California.
The prevalence of HIV and AIDS and hepatitis and STDs is higher in county jails, but we have contained it for some years, and we are starting to see the population go down.
Sheriff Ross Mercury says this new law should have happened years ago.
For California, it's long overdue. For the United States, it's way long overdue.
But not everyone is sold.
Definitely not comfortable with it being here.
I don't believe that it's any way that we should have a reason to access it.
Because of another law, inmates aren't allowed to have sex with one another, even if it's consensual.
Well, I think we have to be very careful about sending mixed messages to what is permissible and acceptable behavior.
But the reality is,
people do have, sexual intercourse in prison.
And illegal or not, other inmates say it's better to acknowledge the reality instead of ignore it.
It's better to be safe than not, right?
I think it's good, to have it, for those, who prefer to use it.
According to the CDC, 1 in 7 people with HIV passes through a correctional facility each year. And in California, more than 1,000 prisoners are known to be HIV positive. And Sheriff Mercury says this new law will address a bigger picture.
And we'll continue to push that envelope and making sure that people see that improving public safety is also about improving public health.
In San Francisco, Keiko Guerin, KPIX 5.
California is the second state in the country to adopt this new law. Vermont started offering them in prisons in the 80s.
We just watched that video. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I was thinking about that when I saw that on the when I was scrolling through the channel, and I started thinking about maybe if we were to install condom machines inside of the North Carolina Department of Corrections or even the Federal Bureau of Prisons, what would that do? Would it cause a rise in sexual activities? Would it cause a rise in violation of your body? Would men take advantage of you more if they had access to condoms? Or maybe men who work in women facilities, maybe they will have more relations with women if they had condoms. But you will say to yourself, then a man could just bring in 1 or 2 condoms in his pocket. We don't need machines. That's probably happening right now. What do you think about that? I like to give up to another blogger. His own channel is K Frog TV. Hey, y'all give it up for him. I use one of his segments, and this is what he had to say about the situation.
The hell would I need a condom for? Some people, they'll lie and try to say, oh, well, I got a female officer on my line, woo, 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 which, a lot of that shit be bullshit. You know, like the dude that I told a story on a long time ago during Shakedown, he got caught with rubbers, and they said that he said that, you know, he was messing with a female officer. Kind of find out he was messing with boys, okay? Which clearly that's what it is. You know, that's what people are going to have condoms for inside of prison. It is going to be very, very rare for someone to have condoms inside a Florida prison and it be because they're messing with a female officer. That wouldn't make no sense. Why would you risk carrying them and having them and have to hide them and all that? You know, when it's already hard as it is to, you know, mess with a female officer, when she could just have the condom. So when it's time to go down, y'all just swoop, swoop, swoop. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real with you. From experience, ain't no strapping up, man, when you fuck one of these female officers, man. Straight up, I'm just being real with you. Man, you only got probably 4 minutes to get off with them. You get one of them inside the library or one of them inside the, you know, shut down canteen building or inside the, you know, barbershop, inside the mop closet, wherever you get them, man, you ain't got no time to pull no rubber out and cram them. If they want you to use a rubber, they gonna have a rubber on them. That man ain't gonna sit there and try to hide it and all that shit, you know? So to me, I'm like, man, that's crazy. Anytime I, you know, see that people think about buying a rubber, man, it's common sense what you finna do. You know, it's common sense what you're using that rubber for. You ain't playing with yourself with it, right or wrong. So I thought it was crazy that the guy on the rec yard, you know, he'd always walk around and he'd literally show them to people and try to sell them to people. So basically that boy was like advertising, you know, and promoting, you know, guy on guy interactions. That's how I looked at it. So I was like, that dude right there on some other shit. Now, so I decided to look it all up, you know, like as far as like, have they ever found any in prison or anything like that? You know, because I seen them with my own eyes and you know, I'm just curious. But down here, they don't have condom dispensaries in our prison. You know, they got PREA signs up. Prevent Rape Elimination Act. You know what I'm saying? Where they try to stop it from going on. It seems like if this is true now, no disrespect to anyone on the West Coast, you know, I got a lot of supporters and people that fuck with my channel over there. But if this is true now, I need to know. You get what I'm saying? Because it says it all on the internet, you know, and I'm like, damn, they actually hand out rubbers over there. They like promote it rather than stopping it. So that's crazy to me.
So we ask ourselves the question, should North Carolina Department of Corrections, or even corrections all over the country, should we have that expense as the taxpayers to supply condoms to people who are incarcerated, male facilities? Now, I told y'all what go on in male facilities. I've told y'all that many people do not believe what happens in male facilities. Man, it is crazy in the penitentiaries all over the country and even abroad, international. It'll just blow your mind. All you got to do is just work in a prison 6 months and you would just be floored, and you would just be coming home telling people stories, all the stuff you've heard and seen that goes on in prison. But I want you to comment in the comment section. I want all my correctional officers, my fellow correctional officers, federal and state, I want to hear what goes on in your facility, to what you think. Will condoms be something that you would be a advocate for or against? What are your ideas on that? California has made it a law now. The word Vermont and California are the only two states right now that actually have condoms machines inside their prison facilities. This is Uncle T. To the next video, you guys take care.